Hey, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Dude, you here? You live?
We good?
Oh, there you go.
We good?
There you go.
Hey, there we go. Hey, give a round of applause for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, just want to let y'all know, man. Hey, your boy is fresh off the road. 11 hours. Your boy left at 11. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. Hey, holla at your boy. Hey, and just for y'all, for those who didn't know, God was trying to play me earlier today. Talking about I wasn't a 20-year IT guy. I know what the hell I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
Hey,
you just
I know.
Hey, me too. Hey, look, I know you got admin rights, but look, I'll go ahead and jab you real quick. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it.
Sally said you ain't had no problem watching that porn, but you can't get on the podcast.
Because my hands were sticky. My hands were sticky at the time. What's going on, everybody, man? Your boy Duke is in the house, man. Meet you, what up? How y'all doing today, man?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing out there? It's your main man, Meech, man. We ready live in effect.
Live and direct. Sal, man, how you been?
I'm good down here chilling. You know, Tampa down here in this nice 70-degree weather down here. You know how we do it.
I meet Gotti. I see you down here in the Christian spirit, Mr. Sandler.
Yeah, man. You know, it's a little nippy here. You right down the street from me, so you know what ain't no number there for you. Look at that.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, like we were saying. Now, what's going on, everybody? Hey, man. Your boy Duke's in the house, man. We all back in it again. I'm saying we got another week coming up, and this week is against the Washington Commanders. I really don't like using the word commies because I just feel like it's a little derogatory. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it funky, just call them the Commanders. But without further, was that?
Where's the boo soundbite for the Commanders?
Yeah, I ain't got my soundboard on me right now. I ain't got it. But you know what I'm saying? So hey, look, we just gonna go ahead and get into it, man. We really do. We need to go ahead and get into it. So first up on the docket, with Austin Eckler being out, you know what I'm saying that does change the Eagles' offensive scheme. In reference play calling, run calling. How do y'all think that's going to work with him being out? Because obviously Austin Eckler, you know what I'm saying, you got to call it different. You know what I'm saying? But now that he's out, you got to switch up your plans. You got to go to plan B. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what that means. That's a big old negative. That's a big old no-go. So what are we trying to do? Meech, talk to me, man. What we doing with Austin Eckler being out?
Hey, business as usual. Business as usual, man. That's what we built for, man. We built to take, you know what I mean? Like they say, man. We used to say in the Army, man, the Army goes rolling along, man. One man falls down today, the other man pick up where they left off, and they go from there. You know, we ready for any challenge. It's the back end of the season. We're in playoff contention, and everybody knows this game has a lot. You know, we already clinched the playoffs. Right now we're in the pursuit for number one in the division. We got a couple other things that's going to have to play in our favor for that to happen. But with this, this particular game right here, whether we win it or we tie it, we clinch the division with this as well. So with this game, so it's a very important game as far as that. Because hey, I just wanted to add one little other fact in there. We have the NFC East has the longest streak for 20 years without having a consecutive division winner. So hey, hopefully we'll be able to do it. You know what I mean? That's what. So hey, for the past 20 years, there's been a different winner. Hey, so hopefully we are establishing that trend right now. But to answer the question, man, it's business as usual. We pick up where the next man left off and we go from there.
All right, Gotti, what you got on it, man?
I think that they're going to rely heavily on Robinson and Daniels, but I don't think it's going to change our scheme. I think, like I said, business as usual. Stop the run, stop the pass. I think we're going to be very successful stopping the run. We got them boys in the middle, clogging things up. We got those linebackers coming up. I think we'll be talking about that later on. But I don't think it's going to change the scheme at all, man. I think it's just going to it's just one less dynamic person we have to worry about, and that means the ball is going to be spread throughout, the other players instead of the carries that Eckler would have.
All right, so basically you say it's going to be NWA thing. One less you got to worry about.
Right, there's one less.
Sal, what you got on it, man?
Other boys are taking the punishment.
Yeah, I think like everybody said, it's business as usual. Brian Robinson, I believe, I'm be honest, I think Brian Robinson got more yardage than Eckler does as far as running the ball.
Yeah?
So, yeah, he's got Brian Robinson's got like about 700. He got over 700 rushing yards. So I think he's been out than Eckler. Yeah. So I think they're just gonna go to the regular game plan. Business as usual. They're gonna just plug the gap. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to contain my man Daniels in the pocket, and go ahead and beat him up. They're gonna do the same. They probably do the same. I think maybe like the same way they did to Lamar. You know what I'm saying? As far as the Baltimore Ravens, because Daniels is also a mobile quarterback. So I think the scheme might be the same, but it's business as usual. We're gonna go ahead and knock this out. So we go ahead and get that the NFC Division Championship. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So because it's the same thing as usual. What I need everyone out there to do is like, comment, and subscribe. Because guess what? Every like and every subscription does us justice, and it makes us feel better. And I know it's Christmas time. Everybody is in the mood to give. So we need y'all to give up a couple of them likes, and a couple of them followers, and a couple of them shares. Okay, that's what we need y'all to do. That'll be our Christmas present. That's right. It's better to give than to receive, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a little bit from my cataracts too. All right. So the thing is, this next question was supposed to be for our commander's guy that's supposed to be up here, and Scratchman just let you know it's strike one, brother. You don't get a strike two. I'm saying, then put your name up on this thumbnail for nothing. That's it.
Done.
Get out of here.
Done.
You want it scrapped? You want the P-38 scrapped? It's scrapped. It's gone. Out of here. P-38 gone. All right, so I'm gonna pose this question to y'all then. I'm gonna pose this question to y'all. So what we gonna do? With Jalen Daniels rely heavily on his running backs since he's down a receiver, or more on the run on the design runs from him, i.e., obviously Actor's out, so he's not running the ball. So is he gonna be throwing the ball more, or is it gonna be are they gonna be handed off, or more design runs for him to get those third and sixes or third and fives, something like that? Me personally, I feel as though he's going to be out there running for his life, me personally, but I feel like if it's 4th and 3 or something like that, it's going to be a design run. He's not going to hand it off to his running backs. Meech, what you got on it?
So man, hey Daniels, we all know he's an elusive guy. He's my pick for the offensive rookie of the year or rookie of the year. I think that they last time we exposed them for what they were. You know what I mean? The pass rush defense and that type of stuff. He's statistically throughout the season, he's had problems against the pass rush, and especially once it's significant, consistent pressure throughout. His performance is under pass pressure. His grade dropped from 91.4 to 52.2, and that's the 7th lowest drop within the NFL. So he has problems against that. The design runs, I think we're going to close off those because we're not going to be like the other team that Hail Mary play at the end. Our players are way more persistent on the defense to let stuff like that happen. So we're going to attack him. We're going to attack him from all sides. The run, like I said, the consistency running without your running back inside of there, he's going to have to do his receivers. He's only going to have one side to throw to because Kenyon Mitchell, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to throw to that side. He's not crazy.
That's right.
So he's going to try to throw to the other side. Hopefully get other people engaged. All of that, I'm talking a whole bunch to say he's not going to be able to do nothing. He's going to be able to do it and try to, do whatever he can do, man. But Jaden Daniels, he is an elusive guy. He on path to be elite type of quarterback, without disparring any injuries and anything like that. So, hey, good luck to him. Good luck.
Hey, what do you say, Misha? He said he might not know karate, but he know crazy.
He know crazy.
All right, Gotti, what you got on it, man? Talk to me.
Man, football is a week-to-week thing, man. So if they're going by what happened last week, then they might want to rely on the run. Daniels was sacked 8 times last week. He did pass for 226 yards. I think he was the leading rusher. I think he had 66 yards, and I think Robinson might have like 65.
Yep.
So I think that they might switch gears this week, knowing who they're playing against. But at the same time, you got Zach Bond, at the second level. We got Jalen Carter and Sweat at the first level. So I think it's going to be hard to determine what they're going to rely on playing against the Eagles. We have a dynamic front line, dynamic linebacker core, and dynamic secondary. So, but with a guy like Jaden Daniels, he will have the option to run if they do decide to pass. I think at one point they were 8 for 8 on converting third downs last week with the pass. So I do believe that they do still have faith in him. I believe that they're going to try to push the ball down the field in the air. And then once we stop that, I think they might try to convert to the run. So it's going to be hard to determine what they're going to start out with tomorrow. But I do think they're still going to keep the ball in his hands. He's the leader of the team. They haven't had a quarterback like him for a while. But how successful he is in that passing is going to be what the question is.
Yeah, I me personally, I think he's gonna be out there running for his life, just like you said. It, he's gonna be trying to take over the game. I just hope he doesn't get injured this game. But I just feel like he's gonna be doing too much as far as everything that he needs to do to try to win the game. And I feel like he may try to put it in his own hands and make it and have him be the hero. But it ain't gonna work. And the reason why I say that, so Sal, question for you. So last game at home, we won by 8 at home. But with the amount of injuries and everything that them boys got going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, my question is this: what's the means to success for that? And is it a plus or minus 8 in their house? Like, are we going over that? Are we winning by 14? Like, what are we doing? Are we winning by 10 at home at their house? And what's the means to success for our offense?
Well, I would tell you that now we all know these division games are always close and they're always important. I mean, for some reason, when the Commanders play us, they play pretty good. I'm just gonna be honest with you. They play everybody else. They play crappy. When they come to play us, they play pretty good. But with the fact that our defense is number 1 rated, the fact that they got Eckler out, they're gonna try to force Robinson to run the ball. When we plug that gap, they're gonna have no success. So of course, he's gonna try to throw it downfield to his number 1 receiver, McLaren, but that's not gonna work because we're gonna stop all that. So at the end of the day, he's gonna be out there trying to be Superman. Like you said, I hope he don't get hurt, but he's gonna be out there running for his life, running back and forth across the field, trying to make stuff happen. But we played in that house. Last time we played in the house, every time we played in the house, we always take it over. There's always more green in the stadium than anything else. Always more green in the stadium, so we always take it over.
Including the field. Including the field.
So that being said, I'm looking at a plus 14 margin over here. Plus 14 margin over here.
All right, got it. What you got? Is plus 14 or what?
I had the margin plus 11, but I do agree we're gonna go there and do our thing. So
mud hole in them.
I don't even think that Zach Ertz might not even be playing. I know he went out with a concussion last week in the game.
Yep.
And even I can't remember when he went out, but he only had two targets, 2 receptions. So if he only got 2 targets, 2 receptions, I'm not expecting John Bates to get much. McLaurin, I think he had 10 receptions. He was the leading target last week, and Zach only had, I think he had 4. I'm not sure, 4 targets. I'm not sure how many receptions he had. So I think they'll probably go with the same ball distribution heavily on McLaurin and secondary on those other receivers. We'll see. I don't think, like I said, I don't think Bates is going to be much of a target. Zach Ertz is that guy. You got a second guy coming up, but then again, we didn't know who Johnny Wilson was until he caught that touchdown. You know what I'm saying? So he might.
Very true.
So we'll see. We'll see what John Bates does. We'll see what the number 2, number 3 receivers do. But I don't think it'll be much of an impact. We got QB on one side. Slay. He gonna show up for his one play, and then we got the linebackers in there. We got those linebackers in there in the zone.
A play Slay.
A play Slay.
A play.
And then we had the linebackers in there covering the linebackers and safeties covering those short, high percentage pass completion zones. So I don't think they'll be too successful, and they'll rely on those guys for the pass, but I don't think they'll be too successful.
All right, so Macy, question, right? So like earlier, Gotti was talking about how Zach Ertz only got 2 targets, whatever, and he got hurt or put out the game, and he's not even playing in the game, whatever. I don't think probably not. But with that being said, with the Eagles passing game recently being in question, because Jalen this and Lante and everybody mad at each other, and then you go out there and blow them out. Then everyone says, "Oh, Jalen has the nerve to say, is that what y'all wanted?" Well, that's what they wanted, Jalen. You knew that, and we knew that. But guess what? We just wanted you to show them. That's all we wanted you to do. That's it. Just show them. You know what I'm saying? So the last game we won. I'm sorry, no, not that. Oops, sorry. With the Eagles passing game recently being in question, How do you think the passing game will be displayed this week on a weaker defense?
Yeah, so I mean, I beg to differ about the they question. I don't think it was the passing game so much as far as the actually doing it. And then the relationship between AJ and all of that stuff that was shut down. But I think we'll definitely be able to go out here and exploit. I would love to see a more balanced game. I keep saying this every show. I would love to see a more balanced game because that's what you're going to need to get into, the deep end of the playoffs and then going into the championship, man. Just like we had that run, last year we had a more of a balanced, 2022 season, we had a more of a balanced offensive, maneuver that they're going to do. So I think that, yes, they're going to be out here. The divisional games are always tight and even for Tom Brady, man. Tom Brady was Tom Brady, but Miami, he always had a problem against Miami for some reason, man. No matter who the quarterback was on Miami, for some reason. And so I don't know what the logic is because I haven't played a day in there in the NFL. I don't know what it is or what they do or whatever, but I guess they just have more film or something on them. They watch them more than the other teams since you play them twice a year. But I think the Eagles passing game definitely. I don't think it's in question. I think it's there. We just have to utilize it more to spread our offense, get more people involved for the targets for Jalen Hurts. And that I think that will bring him more confidence because I think the underlying situation in there as well is us passing it, but you still got the whole thing around Saquon Barkley and the rushing record and all this type of stuff. So I don't think it's in question. I think they're going to try to, test the water, see how he's running, how many yards he can get. You still got to mitigate that, manage his rest work cycle and all that stuff. So I think there's a lot of factors in play getting ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, and I'm with you though too. I kind of want a little bit more ball distribution, but because let's just be honest, like if Saquon and I'm saying passing, but I'm segueing into Saquon right now and in the rushing record. But if he doesn't kind of go off this game, it's gonna start to get tougher, like a whole lot tougher, because he only got 70-something yards last game, and he's supposed to average 120. So if he doesn't get a whole lot.
The team we was playing though, they were set up for a better rush defense. I mean, some teams are just built like that. And then we got the 2 preseason games at the end. So
very, very true. The preseason game. I like how you called it. Sally, what you got on it, man? What you got on the topic?
I just think, like we said, I just think, I just want to have a balanced offense. I know they say we known as a running football team, but like I said, we showed last week that we can do both. So I just don't want people to just say, "Oh, we're a rushing team" or "we're a passing team." No, we're a balanced team as a whole. We can do it all. We can throw it in the air if we need to, or we can go ahead and bust on the ground if we need to. So that's what people need to realize, that we're also, when it comes to passing and rushing, we're a dual threat because we can do both. We can do it all. Jalen came out with his press conference and said, "Is that what y'all wanted? We gave y'all what y'all wanted." So let them know that we can do both. Now Saquon, like you said, like me said last week, they were set up for a rush defense. They were set up, so he only got like 65 yards last week. He needs 139 average the rest of these games to go ahead and get that rushing title. But at the end of the day, I'm looking for wins. You know what I'm saying? Rushing title would be cool if he can get the record, but at the end of the day, I'm looking for that number 1 spot. So let's go ahead and play football, looking for that number 1 spot. Now, of course, with Saquon. If he gets through the first line of defense, then it's all on him. You know what I'm saying? Once he busts that first line of defense, with the moves that he has, the rest is up to him. So if Saquon wants that, he's going to have to pretty much get it himself. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to open the gap up for him, but the rest is going to be up to him.
We'll say Moses is going to stick his stick in that water and it's going to part the Red Sea. Okay? And when it happens, all he got to do is drive that truck through that thing. That's it. I don't care how you do it.
That's all he got to do, man.
And don't start running. Hey, do it like Dion did it on his pro day. Keep running. Run straight to the car. Okay, that's what he needs to do.
Y'all seen enough.
Yeah, that's it. Y'all done seen enough. We say, when you pick, we pick third. I ain't gonna be there that long. Don't worry about it. All right, so look. No. We got to move on from that one. Come on. Okay, so again, but we're gonna go back to that for a hot second. And again, this is supposed to be one for scratch. but he's not here. So with Eckler out, who do you think the Commanders are going to be more dependent on this game between the Commanders receivers? Because he's still going to have to throw it to somebody. He's still going to have to end up throwing it to somebody, whether it's a tight end or other wide receiver, third wide receiver, who. So Zach Ertz, obviously he's going out, so you got to break it down between Jonathan Bates, Terry McLaurin, and Zacchaeus, the dude that came from my team. So which one, Gotti, who you think he's going to be targeting to?
Definitely McLaurin. He definitely McLaurin. He had 10 targets, and the most after him was 4, and Zacchaeus was one of them. But targets mean just who was open, who was the best option. So McLaurin's got the most targets. We'll see how those other guys fare, how the 2s and 3, and then the tight end if they can get open, which I doubt, but. I think they're still going to try to throw to McLaurin. I don't think they're going to put him on Montano's side because we see what happened last time. I don't think he had any completions the last time we played him. So I think his best bet is to go after Slay. Run a couple plays, get him limping again like he does in the first quarter every week, and then try to get one on him. But other than that, man, if we shut McLaurin down and we get those, we get him throwing to the second and third receivers, man, we'll be successful.
So, Gotti, before I get going, I just want to say I love the way you put that so eloquently. I really do. It sounded so eloquently. You put it together so well. But brother, you're dead wrong. I don't care what side McLaurin's going to be on. Guantanamo going to that side. He's going to be.
You think you gonna follow him?
You know what? I just got finished pulling a U-Haul. Guantanamo going to be a U-Haul just like him. He's going to be right there on the ground.
Okay.
But guess what? No matter what side he on, McLaurin, you are not getting that ball, brother. You better go. You better throw that thing to Jonathan Bates. Michi, what you got?
I don't think he's going to follow him. I don't think he's going to follow him. I don't think it'll be smart because you got. You know
what? Between y'all two, I'm gonna be like, I told y'all.
No.
Go ahead, keep going. I want to hear it.
You watching the game? Are you watching the game over here? You coming over here to watch the game tomorrow?
I don't know. I got a
No. Hey, no, it ain't gonna be smart because they set up to man your size and do whatever you need to do, whoever's on you. So they're gonna have to switch it up. Offense, they're gonna have to prove us wrong. It's not on us. It's not incumbent upon us to prove them wrong. They have to prove us wrong. And what I mean by that is Guantanamo is on his side, Coop and all the Slay is on the other side, Rodgers is on that side. So they're gonna have to prove, that they can beat us on whatever side. When they're doing that, that's where they're gonna make the mistake. I think that they would have success. Their success would come across the middle. That's why I think that they would have success on us because just however many plays that they had going across the middle, and using anybody going to try to put a body on Guantanamo, if that's going to happen across the middle to get some type of confusion, I think that that's going to be their best bet, and that's going to open up for their run or whatnot. That's the only luck that they're going to have. I don't think they're going to. He's going to switch from side to side to follow him because they didn't do that last game. He didn't do that against the Cowboys. He didn't do it against anybody. So I mean, he's moved around, and they just feel that they didn't have success. So I don't think he's going to be following him.
All right, Sal, what you got on this one? I'm curious to know.
I think I think Nick's right. So they're not going to be able to get us on the out route, because we're going to lock that at. So across the middle is probably going to be their only success. And okay, I mean, of course we know McLaurin's their number one receiver, so of course they're going to try to get him the ball. But like I said before, when they play us, prior to Dotson coming to us, when they play us, Dotson was always the dominant receiver when they played us before he came to us. And McLaurin was always unsuccessful that was Sam Howell throwing the ball, but he was still unsuccessful. But with Daniels out there now, like they're going to try to force McLaurin on his out routes, and it's not going to be successful because he's going to get locked down. So across the middle, now they ain't got Zach Ertz. That's usually across the middle type of guy, like the tight end. But Zach Ertz probably going to be out of the game, so they're going to have to find another receiver to go across the middle and ready to take them shots. But I just think at the end of the day that nobody's going to be successful. So Dan's not going to be successful throwing the ball to anybody. So that's where he's going to rely on his legs and trying to make stuff happen. And that's where he's going to make mistakes and possibly get hurt. And we don't want to see that happen. But at the end of the day, there's going to be no receiver. I don't see any receivers getting anything over 60 yards, to be honest with you, if that.
All right, so look, I'm telling y'all right now, when it happens, Michi, shoot program, Gotti, Steins, Sally, Chow Hall. I'm telling you, Timber, you too. All y'all gonna be on some kind of program. Watch. Listen to what I'm telling you. He's going. He's following them. Just watch. And if not, guess what? You know what I'm gonna be doing? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
No, man, but you got to look at it. The best receiver that we've played on our schedule the entire season is who?
That we do play?
That we've played so far in our entire schedule, in your opinion. Who? CD Lamb. He didn't follow CD. That's what I was gonna say. CD, he didn't follow CD around. You know what I mean? When they came on and he shut it down, did his thing and whatnot, and did whatever. I think that broke the confidence. Is going to do that. It's going to have the same effect on this guy because that's our strength. Is we're so balanced. Yeah, Quinyon a little bit better than the other side, but we're so balanced that he doesn't have to follow him and tire him out and all this type of stuff. We can send him to the other side and he can rest assured he's going to do that. But I think one other key element is the Washington's offensive line. They also rank 22nd against the pass protection. You know what I mean? They're ranking 22nd, and that's statistically throughout the entire year. So, yeah, you say, it's from game to game, but, history proves itself. So I think that we're going to be able to rush Zach Bond. Hey, let's go. Let's get him.
All right, so off question, because they do have the what you said, 22nd?
22nd pass protection, offensive line.
All right, 22nd worst, right? At some point in time, he's going to just try to throw up a prayer to one of them. Do you think this game will be the game that Quinyon finally gets his INT?
I would hope so.
Me too.
But I don't think that it's going to be a lot of prayers thrown up because, like I said, I do have him down as the rookie of the year. And rookies of the year don't make those type of mistakes. I think that Jaden Daniels played ever since he was at LSU. He's played confident in the pass, in the pass pocket. He's always confident. You know what I mean? He's going to do it. He throws the ball away when he needs to. I don't think it's going to be a lot of close your eyes, throwing the ball up, hoping for the best.
Unless that Bond coming at him, Jordan Davis coming at him, all them boys rushing at him.
Yeah, he's elusive. Like I said, he's a smart quarterback. He's a smart rookie quarterback that he can see where the pocket is closing, where the pressure is coming from, throw it out if need be, take a smart sack here and there, depending on if it's not going to take you out of field goal position. But straightforward, man. Jaden Daniels, he struggles under pressure. So we're going to have to continue showing him different type of blitz packages and all this type of stuff. Mm-hmm. He struggles under pressure. And what is the Eagles? We're great at, forcing that type of pressure upon teams. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, you set up on teams, so you fix it at the end. Okay.
Everybody.
No, I'm saying it wasn't a possible. It was almost a possible moment, but you said on teams. Okay. It was a possible moment, though. All right, so knowing that the Commanders' offense is weak and how our linebackers defend the run, given that they should be run heavy, they should be. You would think that they would be obviously, but how is that going to figure out? How's that going to work, Gotti? Talk to me, man. What you got?
I think we need to be careful with the blitzes. I watched some highlights from the Commanders last week, and they have a lot of those high percentage pass plays. That's right in the linebacker spot. So a blitz will leave that wide open. So I think we need to depend on our defensive line to get some pressure on the quarterback to get the run stops. Let those linebackers, sit at home unless you have a obvious, maybe third and long or whatever like that. But otherwise, I think the linebackers need to stay home. Let the defensive line do their thing. Let those DBs, lock those receivers down, and don't try to hurt them because you try to hurt them. You try to take advantage of that weakness, then you're gonna expose yourself. You're gonna open yourself up to something else. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I just think we should just play business as usual. Let those guys play. Throw some blitzes in here and there, but don't get caught with your pants down.
Okay. All right, Sal, what you got on it?
As far as, I think we should just continue playing how we've been playing, I know, like I said, Daniels is the elusive quarterback, so we got to make sure we contain those corners so he can't get to the outside. But, like the thing we did Lamar, we contained Lamar pretty good. He had a couple of garbage runs towards the end, but for the most part, he was contained throughout the whole game. Now, if they could follow that same game plan, like they containing Lamar, like they contained them, like they did Lamar, I think we'd be great. Just let these guys go ahead and play. Let Zach Bond get through there. Let Jalen Carter do his thing. chopping people in the head, slapping people around like he's been doing. You know what I'm saying? Let him continue to keep doing that. You know, within the game, don't get no penalties. But as long as they keep Daniels in the pocket, keep him contained so he can't scramble to the outside, it's gonna be money. We're gonna be straight.
Yeah, I think the linebackers should just on the snap, just come up a little bit, not a whole lot. That way, you don't try not let the the running back or tight end get behind you. You know what I'm saying? Always try to keep wherever he is on that side. If you know it's probably gonna be an out route, then guess what? Whatever linebacker's on that side, just come back a little bit. Don't let the tight end get behind you, because once that happens, obviously you pick up more yards. So I feel like I'm not gonna say plug the gaps, but I would say definitely defend them, but leave one of those linebackers that, depending on whatever side the tight end is on, like let him fall back just a little bit, just to be a little cautious on those short, quick dunk passes. Michi, what you got on this one?
And definitely, man. I'm gonna absolutely say bring a couple blitzes. I'm not saying do it the whole game, but we're gonna have to do it to show our different defensive maneuvers. Whether you bring that linebacker up, and then because especially on Kenyon's side, man, you can shoot the linebacker up on that side, because that's going to force him to the other side. So you shoot that linebacker up, bring that safety in. Kenyon's got it, the deep routes covered. You know what I mean? So that there's that extra built-in package is going to happen. So where you can try to contain Daniels just in case he run. And that'll eliminate the time, disrupting the timing, bringing that safety up on that side. I think we're going to have success on that, man. Not to say that we got to do it every play on every drive, but it's definitely going to show him different signs. Because what am I doing? I'm thinking, I got my coach hat on right now. I'm thinking we get ready once again to play Josh Allen or what's his name from the Ravens. We go play them again when we go to the Super Bowl. So we're gonna have to perfect these defenses right now against these teams. We got the Commanders coming up. That's our last real game, and then we got 2 bye weeks coming up against the Cowboys and the Eagles. So we got to perfect it now. We got to perfect it now and then get ready for the deep end of the postseason, baby. Let's go.
All right, let's go. So wait, who we playing again?
We got the Commanders coming up right now, and then we got the bye week next week against the Cowboys, and then we got a preseason game. They threw that in there again against the Giants, and I hope that Saquon breaks the record.
So we got 4 games
against the Giants.
We got 4 games. Okay, Giant. Okay, got there you go.
Yeah. We got the Giants. We got 2 preseason games, whatever you want to call them. Preseason, bye week, same results.
All right. So look, everyone in the chat right now, everybody in the chat, look. We got 9,000. We had 11,000 people watching. We only got 1 like. Look, I'm trying to get 5 likes on this video. What's up, Chad? If you're out there, support us. Hit that like button right now while you're doing it, while you're sitting there listening, because I know you're listening. And if you're not listening, guess what? Shame on you. If it's on, you ain't paying attention. Guess what? That's okay. Just keep y'all. You can watch it again later. That's fine. All right, but we need some more likes on this video. Let's go. All right, moving right along. Excuse me. How will the Commanders defend the Eagles' offense? I want to know.
PGs?
I don't know how they're gonna. Who?
The PG type of defense.
Okay, let's hear it.
The PG type of defense is PG is for prayer group. Prayer group defense that they're gonna have to do on the sidelines. Prayer group defense. That's what they're gonna have to do to try to stop Saquon. If they try to stop him, they're gonna have to worry about AJ Brown. They're gonna have to worry about Devontae. They're gonna have to worry about the Cal Coretta coming across. Jalen Hurts. We already know we go run it up them through there. We get down to the 1 yard line. So prayer group type of defense is what they're gonna have to implement this game. And basically just try to get Jalen Hurts disrupted the best that he can do, man. The best that they can do, and just hope for the best, man. Hopefully they prayed up before the game. Rosaries are on for these games, and let's go.
That's right. All that anointing oil, they walk around with everything.
Yeah, they doing it all, man.
What you got, man? I mean, not Michi. I'm sorry. Got it. How you think you're gonna handle this, man? What do you think you're gonna do?
If I'm a team that's gonna try to stop the Eagles, man, I'm blitzing. That's just what it is. We got a lot of guys holding. We got some younger guys out there. We got some. The last week we had. I don't even know if Dickerson is going to be back today.
He's supposed to be back. He'll be back.
Once they put when Steen went in there, I think he had like 2 holding calls. Right. Yep. So you got a guy in there who's nervous. He's up against a strong AFC team, and the only thing he can do is hold. So I would blitz. I would blitz. I'd get Jalen off his game, which could be dangerous as well because he'll pull it down and run for 10 or 15. But I would blitz, man. That's what I would do. I'd blitz from all different sides. I'd mix it up, and hopefully you get lucky.
And you know what? Well, I'm gonna hold that off from there. But sorry, what you got on it?
Hey, the only way. Now, see, only as far as defending us, only way you can do is if we shoot our own selves in the foot. You know, as far as offense goes, with a whole bunch of penalties, eligible man downfield, all kinds of stuff like that. Besides that, only way they can defend us is if they hand that bag off to the refs. If they give the refs a bag, they might have some extra defenders out there with the refs. That's the only way they're gonna be able to stop us, man. That is it.
Gotti said the only logical thing, man. He had a good game. Jalen Hurts had a good game, last game when he was getting the ball out of his hands. But statistically speaking, once again, I'm a stats guy. Jalen does have problems getting the ball out of his hands. So the blitz, they hold on to the blitz too long, and if they're covered, and they don't have any. If Saquon, misses that block right there to pick up that guy on the blitz package, they could have success right there. That would be the only logical type of game plan that they can do is try to do that. But the Commanders, man, they're not really a blitzing team like that to be able to stop that. And hopefully, you blitz them too many times, it might get a couple times, but they're gonna find that man or AJ's gonna come across or I don't like the little guy coming across with the slot, man. I don't like him doing that because he don't weigh enough.
It'll be a Deshaun Jackson 2.0 when Deshaun got popped against Cincinnati that one year. Man,
like Devontae. I do not like Devontae Smith across the middle. I'm telling you right now, he is one linebacker hit away from being on that IR for about 4 good weeks. I don't like it. So you bring AJ through the slot. Through the not slot, quick slants or something like that, man, and do that to throw it right over whatever side the blitz is coming from. Hopefully, Hurts, he $250 million guy. Hopefully, he'll be able to see that type of pressure and be able to exploit those blitz defenses that they're going to do, and then we'll have success.
Yeah, because Jalen Hurts does like to hold on to the ball too long, and once he gets a whole lot of pressure, he's a running quarterback, so his first option is to take off. And once that happens, now everyone's out the pocket. It's written there. It's everyone's risking getting hurt. This and the third, so I don't like it. So Gotti does have a good point. Blitzing would probably be the best thing for the Commanders, and I'm asking that question only because again we're supposed to have a Commanders, so that was really his question, and I wanted to see what he's going to say, but we'll just answer for you. But with that being said, wait, hold up. Who will be the defensive player of this game this week for us? Who's going to be? Matter of fact, both sides. Well, no, I'm not. No, just us. I don't care about them. Who cares? I'm like Michi. Who cares? Who's going to be the defensive player of this game? Sal, who you got? Who you got as defensive player?
You know what? I've been on my man all season. I've been on my man. He's been the heart and soul of this defensive team. So I'm going with my man. My man Zach Bond, baby. Zach Bond be the defensive player of the week. He gonna get in there. He gonna disrupt my man Jaden Daniels. You know what? He might get a sack. He gonna get a sack this game.
Okay. Wait, Michi, how many did he have last week, Michi? How many last game?
One.
He had one last game. All right. Yep. Yeah. You going over or keeping it at one?
I'm gonna keep it at one, but he's gonna have a sack. He's gonna have a pass breakup, and he's gonna have like 13 solo tackles. My man Zach Bond gonna be defensive player of the game.
All right, got it. Who you got?
Just so we don't not show anybody else any love, so we don't saturate the feed with Zach Bond.
Okay, who's your number 2 pick then? Who's your number 2 pick?
Is gonna be Sweat, man. It's gonna be Sweat.
Nobody.
Yeah, I think Daniel's gonna hold on to that ball too long. Sweat is gonna do some swim move. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get back there. He's gonna either get some batted balls or he's gonna get a sack back there. He's definitely gonna get some pressures. But I'm gonna go ahead. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and chalk Sweat down with 2 sacks.
Okay, I think Jalen Carr's gonna have a really, really good game this week. I don't know why. I feel like him and that little altercation, that little back and forth with Jalen and him last week. He learned his lesson. He got smacked on the hand, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But now this week, a new week, gonna go out here, play sound, disciplined ball, and Jalen's gonna get him 1 or 2. I feel like Jalen's gonna get him 1 or 2.
I think they're gonna double team him. To be honest with you,
they double team every game.
I did not pick him because I didn't think he was, capable. I think that they're going to make sure that he isn't a factor in the game. So they're going to do whatever they have to do to keep Jalen out of the mix. But somebody like Bone or somebody like Sweat, it's going to be hard to it's going to be hard to defend them. You can try to run plays away from them, but when they get loose, and they beat the offensive guy and they get chasing that quarterback down. So it's a big difference from double team and alignment. So that's why I picked Sweat as my second.
But but I don't know if you saw the play, but there was one play where Jalen Carter got chip blocked in double team. He threw the guy out of the way, fish handed him, came back and still got the sack.
I remember.
And that's against a better defense. So not only did he get double team, he got double 0.5 team and still got the sack in the backfield. So I don't know. I feel like because we are probably gonna be blitzing a lot, he's gonna be out there. I feel like Jalen's gonna get him one, maybe two. That's what I think. Mitchie, what do you think? What you thinking?
And just to change it up, man, I think all of those guys. I think that depending upon the type of offensive schemes that they adjust to in the second half is going to determine who's going to get it, man. But I'm looking all those guys. Zach Bond, I don't want to say him just as well. I think he's going to have a great game. I also put it on number 17, the Kobe Dean, man. I think he's going to come through and show his ass and do what needs to be done to help contain Jaden Daniels. Might get a couple sacks or some a sack or two, some forced fumbles or something like that, something to get the game going. But all those guys are going to do good. I think the number one, he doesn't have the sexy line though. He doesn't have the sexy stats to where he's right up in the face. But I think the most critical player that we're going to have on the field is going to be Kenyon Mitchell, man. He's going to shut down McLaurin, and that's going to be pivotal in the game. So, he's not up there getting the sacks and running up there, forced fumbles and stuff like that on the receivers. That's not, he lighting the ass too. So he got to have to use his legs. So critical game from him as well.
Timberly, you don't believe that. You don't even believe that.
No
you
way.
didn't believe it from the second it came out your mouth. You don't believe that. You don't. You matter of fact, I'm gonna kick it to you like God used to tell me. You don't believe that no more than the man in the moon. You don't believe that. You don't believe that at all. All right, so we're gonna keep it moving. All right, so being is that we have the best defense in the league, which we do, and we all know we do, and that we had 3 sacks last game by BG Sweat and Nolan Smith. Will that
BG
be
who?
more lesson? Who?
What
Brandon
BG?
Graham. Brandon Graham had a sack last game against the Commanders.
Oh, against the Commanders. I thought you said the last game.
No.
I was like, hold on, last game. I didn't think you were playing.
No, against the Commanders.
Hey.
Wait. No, so what you think is going to be over or under on that? You think we're going to get more than 3 or under 3? Because, again, our defense is going to be lit this game. It's going to be super lit. What y'all got? Round the table. We'll go Michi, Gotti, Sal.
Oh, let me read this book.
I think that I don't remember the sack. I'm pretty sure you had researched it
Each
already.
of them had
I think that what's going to happen is hear me out. We shut down in the beginning, just like any team does. They're going to try to establish the run. If we shut down the run, you know what I mean? Now he's going to have to scramble and look for the throw. Once that happens, if we shut down that run, I can go over 3. You know what I mean? I give you first 2 quarters to shut down that run. If they shut down that run, we can do 3 or more and go from there. Absolutely. I can see it happening.
Okay. Where we at, Gotti?
I think it's going to be more. I think that along with our offense, well, I always say our first half needs to catch up to the second half. But as far as the defense, I think the defense has always been playing first half football. Just the offense had to catch up. So with them coming off the 8-sack game, I think that our offense, I think that our defense is going to kind of try to go out there and make the Commanders pick up where they left off, in the negative. So if we get them out there in the negative in the first half, that's going to set the stage for the second half. So, like I said, if we shut the run down, we get them out there passing early and often, then that's gonna bring, and that's why I said I'm gonna pick Sweat. It's gonna keep those linebackers home, so we won't get beat over the middle. But it's gonna those defensive ends are still gonna be coming with those sacks, with those hurries, with those batted balls. So I definitely think there's gonna be more. We think that Jalen is gonna have a great game. So we got Jalen, we have Sweat coming off the line, and if we have some blitzes with Kobe Dean like we did last week, he'll be in there as well. So I think we'll be at least 5 sacks tomorrow.
Okay. So Timberlake, I wasn't saying BG is going to get any sacks. I'm saying BG got sacks last game when we played the Commanders. So
that's what I thought. I had to reread it.
Right. So the question is, are we going to have more or less sacks this game against the Commanders like we did last game? I'm not saying BG's going to get it. Just saying. Just to clarify. All right, Sal, what you got?
I think the Commanders going to come out. They're going to try to establish some kind of run game because they don't want to be one-dimensional. Man, if we come out blazing, scoring like we should be scoring, then it's going to get to the point where they're going to have to abandon the run because they're going to get too far behind. In that case, Jaden Daniels is going to be just looking just to throw the ball because they're going to be too far behind to try to catch up on the run. So in that case, I already said my man Zach Bond's going to be he's going to be the defensive player of the game. You got Zach Bond, you got Sweat, you got Kobe Dean. So I think it's going to be, I would say, Gotti said 5, but I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to be at least 4 sacks. At least 4.
4? Okay.
At least 4 sacks game.
All right. Hey, I want to hear from the comments. Everybody in chat, what y'all got? How many sacks we getting? Talk to me, chat. What we got? All right. Who will be the offensive player of the week? Now we didn't talk about the good defense, Zach Bond, and everybody loves Zach Bond. Everybody loves him. You know what I'm saying? Rock the baby. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loved the Kobe Dean. All of a sudden, I wasn't high on the Kobe Dean, but now we got to switch it over to the offense now. Okay, someone's gonna go off this game, and I want to know who. Sal, Gotti, Michi. Who we got? I want to know who's gonna be offensive player of the week and why.
Look at these last couple games. I'm gonna say, hey, I mean, the manager out there is going to be, to me, it's going to be the manager out there, which is going to be Jalen. Jalen Hurts is going to be the offensive player of the week, just because he's going to be managing this game. Just like last week, I'm trying to get another one of those 10-minute drives. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be the game manager. He's going to distribute the ball. I think we're looking at least seven receivers with different receivers catching the ball. So I think Jalen is going to manage this game accordingly. Barkley's going to have a great game. I think Barkley's going to have a great game. But at the end of the day, I think Jalen is going to be a great manager of this game. I think he's going to be the offensive player of the week in this game.
All right.
I do agree with Sal. I think that once these coaches see something like how Jalen managed the game, spread the ball around. He had that 10-minute drive. I think that coaches want to go back and see if they can do it again. So I do believe that they're going to try that again to make sure that's something that they can sustain for the rest of the season and then maybe in the postseason. But I do think it's going to be Barkley. I'm not going to say he was shut down last week, but he didn't get his touches. He got hurt. He was out for most of the second quarter. But I do think it's going to be I do think the run and the pass is going to be distributed evenly. So I think Gainwell is going to take some of Barkley's yards because I think that I'm not going to say primarily, but a lot of times when Gainwell's in the game, they pass. But now they're starting to see that he can run, and I think they're going to make sure that that we can see that he is a good option to run, even if we have him in a passing situation, just to kind of confuse the defense. But I do think Barkley is going to get. He's going to do his thing this week. I'm looking at definitely 100 plus yards, just to solidify the offensive and defensive distribution. So since we came out blazing, passing, I do think the coaches want to make sure we can come out and blaze and running as well. And then once we establish that, maybe in the first quarter, then they'll mix it up. And but I do think it's going to be Barkley on the rushing and the passing side that he's going to get his flowers tomorrow.
All right. So look, I know what I want to say, but I don't want to say it because I feel like Michi about to say it. Only because of something that you just said a second ago. But I want to hear Michi's response, and if it's not the same, I'm gonna say okay, it's not the same. But Michi,
go ahead, man. I'm gonna have to agree with him. Saquon. I think Saquon's gonna have it, especially if he comes out and establishes himself in the first half, like he's known to do on the second half, and starts to build up those yards in the first half and not wait. Saquon's the guy, man. Nothing else to add to that one.
Okay, so I'm with y'all. I was gonna say Saquon too, but I wanted to see if Mason was gonna say something other than Saquon, and I say that because if they find out that Saquon is running that ball, like you say, like you're saying that that Gainwell is gonna get some of his touches. No, if Saquon's running that ball, Saquon's Gainwell's only going there just to give him a breather. After that, they're gonna let him keep running, keep letting him get him the yardage up. So Gainwell will get in. but it's only to give Saquon a break. I mean, 1 or 2 plays. All right, Saquon, you're back out there. Go get it. Go get this title. Because guess what? We're winning already. So guess what? Let's feed you and win the game at the same time. So it's all about winning. So you said in your interview, it's all about winning. Okay, win. But guess what? Go get you too. Go get your mans out there. That's what I think it's gonna be. All right.
Side note: Gainwell's gonna be going next year.
Oh yeah.
Gainwell's gonna be going next year. He'll be somewhere.
All right. Okay. So question of the day. This is the last one. People, chat. I want to hear these. I want to see what y'all got to say with this. Given the state of the team when it comes to the defensive stances and offensive success, which coordinator is going into the rest of the season with more pressure to produce? Now, I say that to say this. We all know, and I hate to bring up crap that we had that happened last year, but we already know last year, you know what I'm saying, the epic quote-unquote collapse. So if God forbid something happens these last 3 games, which we all know it ain't, we know this, but how much pressure is it for Vic Fangio to keep our defense rolling now and throughout the playoffs, and or is it a little more pressure on Kellen to score more in the first quarter going from this game forward? Because obviously we scored our first touchdown last week, so in the first quarter. So last week's first quarter touchdown, cool, got it. Defensive struggles last year they're over now. So which coordinator is under the most pressure to produce? All right, we're gonna go Michi, Sal, then got it. We'll close it out after that.
Oh, Vic Fangio, he has nothing else to prove, man. This guy's been in the league for so long, man. His pedigree, his resume is there. He's proven himself in every organization he's been to. Like I always like to highlight, we brought him in 2017 when we won the Super Bowl during the playoffs. We brought Vic Fangio in there to help, with the defense. So he's proven himself. Kellen Moore is the guy that has more to prove because of everything everybody said. Man, we just need an earlier start to these. We can't get behind these games, especially when we play those gunslingers like Josh Allen and stuff like that in the playoffs and the championship. We can't get far behind those guys. So Kellen Moore has to do that because we have too many players on offense to not be a dynamic offense starting from the first quarter. So my pick for that is Kellen Moore.
All right. Okay. Kellen Moore. Got it. What you got? No, I'm sorry. Got it. I'm sorry, Sal. My bad.
I agree with you. I agree with me 100% because, like I said, Vic's always proven himself. And then, like I said, he's already proven, the defense already proven itself. But as far as the offense, like me said, we got those gunslingers out there. We got the 100-point game with Josh Allen and the Lions. To me, it was really no defense being played in those games. That's why those guys are scoring so many points. So we got the defensive part locked in. But Kellen Moore is going to have to produce. The offense is going to have to produce to keep up with these gunslingers. You know what I'm saying? Like those Josh Allens and those that Lions offense. So Kellen Moore has more to prove this game and make sure our offense can score at will. I mean, we should be scoring at will with how kind of players we got. We should be able to score anytime we want to. I mean, so that's he has more to lose than anybody else.
All right, Gotti.
It's 100% the offense. 100%. The defense is pretty much on cruise control. It took us a little bit. I'm not even gonna say a little bit. We had the 2 losses earlier in the season. Atlanta, and we did get spanked around by Tampa Bay, but I think that was more of a wake up call. And I like our losses like that early in the season. But I mean, 100%. I mean, we have like I said, like Sal just said, man, we have such a dynamic offense that we should be scoring at least 30 plus points a game. We got the 2 receivers. We have great tight ends, running back, quarterback, like that. With that combination, there's no reason why we shouldn't be. There's just this one first quarter touchdown this whole season is absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But like I've been saying, if we play these first halves like we play the second halves, we won't have any problem at all. Right? Second half, we're playing catch up. But if we keep it rolling, and if we're keeping it rolling in the second half, we won't have any issues. Defense doing an outstanding job. We have some big playmakers with some small names out there, if that makes sense, right? We got some rookies out there. We have big play Slay, but he's not making the big plays, and he's not playing up to his he's not even playing up to the potential of the rookies that we have. So we got little names making big plays on the defense. They're hungry. They got that trophy in their foresight. But the offense, the offense, the players have the same drive and the same hunger too. They're just not being put in the situations to where they can eat. That's my opinion on it. I think it's 100% Kellen Moore. I think he has the potential to do it. He just has to do it.
Yeah. So my thing is this. Okay. So I don't know if anyone remembers, but at the beginning of the season, we lost those two games. I said on the show, Vic Fangio just has to get to know his players better. Once all these little small details get fixed, we'll be fine. I said it back then, and I say it now. The only difference is with the offenses, just like Gotti says, we have the names, we have the fundamentals on offense. It's the play calling that just isn't tapped in, and for some reason it clicked last week. But is it going to resort back to what it was before? That's on Kellen. Kellen's got to figure out how to get that ball downfield the best way he can safely. So I'm with y'all. The offense is definitely a problem, but right now we have to ensure that our offense is clicking now and throughout the rest of the season. It's good that we finally did get a scoring touchdown in the first quarter. I guess that was like the monkey on our back. But now that that's done, Kellen, however we did it, whatever you called or whatever, keep that up to sustain that for the rest of the season. All right? And that's just what it is. So with that being said, we are at the grand closing. Okay, grand closing. We're gonna do a quick round table real quick because guess what? We got to go. Okay, we got the greens is on the stove. Okay, the greens on the stove. The chicken broth is in there. Michi, any last words?
Hey man, two things, man. This is why our guy Jalen Hurts gets the criticism that he gets, and I just want to be critical of him as well. He gets it because he needs to manage the game more, and that's why he's not called or referred to as an elite quarterback, because we have those first quarter problems that we have. He doesn't have the ability to come in there and do whatever audibles to whatever defensive progression that he sees and call that and make more dynamic plays in the first quarter to start the game off. So that's why he gets the criticism that he receives. But I also want to make a bold prediction. I want to predict it right now. This $300 million guy, guaranteed guy, Kirk Cousins, he's not going to be a part of the Atlanta Falcons anymore. I'm predicting right now they cut him. They put him in. The last 4 games, they putting in that guy, the new guy that they got from Washington. They put him in there. Kirk Cousins won't be a Falcon next year. Mark my word. 58 minutes into the session.
Book it. All right, we're going to book that. Now, I said at work, I said, this is what I think is going to happen. I said they're going to put Jalen in there just to see. And why all these quarterbacks and people in the NFL, why all they named Jalen? I don't know. But anyway, I said they're going to put him in against the Giants, see how he does. If he stinks up the joint, guess what? He stinks up the joint. Let Kirk Cousins come back and finish the rest of the season. Then after that, he'll be done. But they're not going to do that. They're just not going to do it. I'm with Michi. I didn't think as far as cutting him, but I definitely don't think.
They're not going to play him, and they're going to cut him, and they're going to cut that. They're going to cut that sorry joker to save that $10 million. They don't have to pay him. They're going to cut that mother sucker. They're going to cut him. I don't like it. Get him out of there. They're going to cut him.
Hey.
Watch this. Mark my word.
We're
going to pick him up.
Kirk
don't
gotta go.
Kirk
Carolina Panthers. The Panthers going to pick him up.
Kirk Cold Chains, he rolling. All right.
That'd be good. They just got to pay some of that money.
Yeah, they're gonna have to eat that.
You're gonna need a team that has a lot of money in their salary cap to pick up some of that salary. Atlanta's not gonna want to pay
it. That's a hurtful moment. But all right, people, look, if you're out there, man, like, comment, subscribe. Look, tell a friend to tell a friend. Okay, that's all we asking. We ain't asking for a whole bunch. It ain't like we asking for. It ain't like we asking for. The Chiefs losing today. Okay. All right. Prediction. We're gonna do some predictions. All right. Who's playing today? The Chiefs and who else? The Chiefs and
Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Chiefs and Houston, Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
All right, I pick Baltimore to win that game. I don't think Pittsburgh gonna win that game. Are they playing at Baltimore?
They're playing in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh?
They playing out here.
Oh, they are?
Baltimore.
Okay.
Baltimore?
Yeah, I pick Baltimore on my pick sheet. Who you got?
Baltimore and Kansas City.
In Kansas City playing who?
Houston, Texas.
Houston. Oh yeah, I picked Houston too. Yeah.
Who you got? Texas and the Ravens on this one.
All right, Macy, what you got? Predictions. Same. All right. So look, that's it. That's what we doing. Okay.
Cut the show. Cut the cameras.
Hey, right now I'm gonna give Macy his theme music in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Theme.
Bye.